Hi, it's Roz Green here with howtoblog101.com, and this is your very first session of the Get Started portion of getting your blog set up. Today we're going to be telling you how to get your domain name purchased, how to get your blog online, and I'm going to assume that you already know what you're going to call your blog. You've already picked your domain name. Just in case you haven't, I'm not going to take the time in this particular recording to go through the ins and outs, why you want to use certain types of names, why you want to not use other types. I'll actually put a link underneath this video that will take you to a post that you should read before you purchase your domain name if you haven't done so already. And if you have, you might want to read it anyway, and then it might lead you to actually selecting a different domain name. So what we're going to do right now is assume that you already know what you're going to call it, and now it's time to purchase your domain name. There's a link underneath the video also that just takes you directly to GoDaddy. All you need to do is click on that link and it's going to take you to GoDaddy's homepage. Now, depending on when you actually visit GoDaddy, they do change their landing page from time to time. It may not look exactly like it looks right now as you're watching this video, but the information is going to be the same, and the process that you go through to get everything set up is also going to be the same as it is now, unless they make some major changes. And if they do, of course, I'll put up a different video. But for now, this is what it looks like. So all you need to do, if you don't have a GoDaddy, excuse me, a GoDaddy account already, simply go to the top of the page where it says create an account. You're going to click on this link and it's going to bring up this form. All you need to do is fill in, this is the same basic information pretty much that you fill in when you're doing anything online. They just want your name, just the basic stuff. The only thing that you're going to have to come up with is, of course, your password, a password hint, and a call-in PIN. And the reason for the call-in PIN is if you ever need to call in and get some assistance, they're going to ask you for that PIN number. I already have an account, so I'm not going to go through the process of filling this out again. This part is very self-explanatory. All you need to do is fill it out. Once you have your information and you're in the system, you simply go to the top here now and you're going to put in your login information. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to fill and submit and go directly to my account. This is an account that I've set up just to do some training so that it looks exactly like yours is going to look. So now that you've got your account set up, we're going to come back to the home page and we're just going to click on log in. I'm going to go ahead and fill in the information and log into my account. And that is going to take me to the area that we need to go to next, which is going to be my domain names. So you'll notice that it says at the top, welcome back, Rosalind. Well, of course, it's going to say your name once you're logged in. What we're going to do now is actually go and locate the domain name that we just purchased. As a matter of fact, let's do this. I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to be doing a new project, so I'm going to start from scratch. I'm actually going to walk you through what you need to do to purchase your domain name. So I'm going to look for a domain name, and I'm going to call it the my video. I'm going to be doing a blog on this. So let me go ahead and purchase the domain name while I'm doing the training. The My Video Talk Review. Now, let me back up for a minute. I'm going to take off the and show you what happens, because I happen to know that My Video Talk Review, even though it's not really being used, it's not available. So if I were to try to purchase a domain name that's not available, I just simply click go. And what it tells me is that myvideotalkreview.com is already taken. So what I'm going to do is add the in front of it and search for that one. And this one is available, so I'm going to go ahead and purchase this domain name. Right here, kind of to the right, you see where it says continue to registration. Simply click on that button. Now, I will tell you one thing about GoDaddy. They are going to always do as much as they can to upsell you on everything else, other domain names and all kinds of other services. You don't need any of those things right now. All we're going to do is purchase the actual domain name. So anytime you see these extra boxes and things like this to pop up, all you want to do is click on no thanks and go to the screen that you need to go to finally purchase the domain name. So now, as you'll see, it's coming to a page where it's giving me an option of how many years I want to purchase the name for. Because this is for training purposes, I'm only going to purchase this domain name for 1 year. But this is what I want to say to you. If you are going to keep your domain name, excuse my dog in the background, if you're going to keep your domain name, you want to purchase it for at least 2 years. Google actually looks at the age of a domain name, and that helps them to determine how high they're going to rank it in the search engines. Now, if I choose to keep this domain name for any longer than a year, which I know I'm going to, but I just wanted to explain that to you because you want to keep that in mind. Because this is mostly for training purposes, I'm only going to purchase it for 1 year, and then I'll come back later and add more years if I decide that this is the name that I want to keep. My information is already there, and then you just simply click on next. Once you click on next, it's going to, of course, bring up some other options that you can select. You don't need any of these things. All you need to do again is continue to click next. You don't want to add anything. Again, you have to be really careful because if you click add, it's going to take the price up, and it's going to be things that you really don't need. Now we're finally at the point where we can purchase the domain name. Notice here that you have an opportunity to make it public, or you can make it private. We're going to keep everything public. We're going to keep everything as basic and as simple as we possibly can. So the only thing I'm going to do now is click continue to checkout. And I am going to purchase this with my PayPal account. Notice that your information is already going to be available, but I'm going to go ahead and click on PayPal. I've already got an account set up. If you don't have an account set up in PayPal, they will give you the option to set one up. Right here it says set up a new PayPal account, and or you can if you already have have GoDaddy set up already, then that part won't be necessary. Because I have it set up already, I'm simply going to click on the right part where it says I have read and agreed to the terms and conditions. Now, if you haven't read them and you want to know what they say, then of course you want to scroll down and check everything out before you click in the box. But it's pretty safe. Everybody uses it. I've been using it for years. Simply click in the box, and now I'm going to click on place order now. As you can see, I've purchased my domain name, and now I am the owner of the myvideotalkreview.com. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to get everything set up. So go ahead, purchase your domain name, and I'll see you in the next video.